Imagine a world where the eerie whispers of the past intersect with the rigid logic of science, a world where the specter of the paranormal mingles with the methodical pursuit of truth. This is the thrilling realm of paranormal investigations, a field that relies on science to explore the unexplained. Our journey begins with Harry Price, the man who dared to scientifically scrutinize the supernatural. More than a mere pioneer, Price stood as a bastion in the field of psychical research. He established the National Laboratory of Psychical Research in the early 20th century, a testament to his unwavering dedication. His objective was clear: to use the tools of science to validate or debunk claims of spiritualist mediums. The tools that Price employed in his investigations were varied and advanced for his time. One of his primary methods was photography. Price understood the power of visual evidence. He used photography to capture physical manifestations of spiritualism, challenging the credibility of mediums by analyzing the images for signs of trickery illusion. Another innovative method he employed was the use of temperature measurements. Price believed that any genuine supernatural occurrence would result in an observable change in temperature. Therefore, he would meticulously record the temperature at the site of investigation, before, during, and after an alleged supernatural event. Price's scientific approach was groundbreaking. He didn't confine himself to these methods alone. He employed a slew of other scientific techniques, such as fingerprinting, to further challenge the credibility of spiritualist mediums. His use of fingerprinting was his way of ensuring the authenticity of the mediums he was investigating. By comparing their prints with those found at the scene of a supposed supernatural event, he could determine if the mediums were truly present or if they were staging an act. Price's work was methodical. Every detail was meticulously documented, every condition carefully controlled. He established control conditions during his experiments to ensure the validity of his findings. These strict conditions allowed him to replicate the same environment for different mediums, thereby ensuring a degree of consistency in his investigations. Yet, even with his rigorous methodology and his diligent use of scientific tools, Price's work was often met with skepticism and controversy. A new perspective on the paranormal, his approach was nothing short of a revolution within the field of psychical research. As we delve deeper into the realm of the paranormal and scientific, two prominent figures stand out: Nikola Tesla and Thomas Edison. Both men were pioneers in their respective fields, their inventions and theories revolutionizing the world as we know it. But what is less known is their fascination with the world beyond our own. Tesla, the genius behind alternating current electricity, was also an avid believer in the paranormal. He claimed to have developed a technology capable of communicating with entities from other dimensions. His theories, while not scientifically validated, sparked a wave of curiosity and speculation among paranormal enthusiasts. On the other hand, Thomas Edison, the father of the electric light bulb, also harbored an interest in the supernatural. Edison's scientific approach to the paranormal mirrored that of Harry Price. He believed that if spirits did exist, they could be studied and understood using the tools of science. He even claimed to be working on a device, a ghost radio, that could communicate with the spirits of the dead. The contributions of these two great minds to the realm of the paranormal are often overshadowed by their more mainstream accomplishments. Yet their fascination with the supernatural, and their attempts to bridge the gap between science and the paranormal, offer a fascinating glimpse into the minds of two of history's greatest inventors. In the quiet solitude of their laboratories, Tesla and Edison embarked on what many might consider a fool's errand. Their goal was to create a device that could communicate with the afterlife, a concept as intriguing as it was controversial. In the dusky light of his workshop, Tesla, with his unruly hair and intense gaze, hunched over his workbench. He was not just a scientist, but also an inventor and a dreamer. His ghost radio, a device he claimed could pick up signals from other dimensions, was his most audacious attempt yet. The device, a complex array of circuits and wires, was his bid to bridge the gap between our world and the unknown. Though many dismissed his claims as mere fantasy, Tesla remained undeterred, steadfast in his belief that communication with other dimensions was possible. Meanwhile, in a laboratory across town, Edison was attempting a similar feat. His approach, however, was distinctly different. Edison, the pragmatic inventor, sought to apply the principles of science to his exploration of the supernatural. His ghost radio, he claimed, was a scientific instrument that could detect the presence of spirits. While his contemporaries scoffed at his endeavors, Edison remained committed, his faith in the power of science unwavering. These two great minds, each in their own way, were attempting to push the boundaries of what was considered possible. Their audacious attempts to communicate with the afterlife not only challenged the status quo, but also sparked a wave of fascination and speculation that continues to this day. As we delve deeper into the mystery of the ghost radios, we are reminded of the thin line that separates science from the supernatural, a line that Tesla and Edison dared to cross. With the enigma of Tesla and Edison's ghost radio still echoing in our minds, let's delve deeper into their audacious attempts to communicate with the afterlife. Both these remarkable inventors had their unique theories and approaches to this intriguing concept. Tesla, a master of electromagnetism, believed that every living being resonated at a certain frequency. He theorized that if we could decipher and manipulate these frequencies, we could establish a line of communication with the spirits. His proposed ghost radio was a device designed to tune into these unique energy frequencies, acting as a medium between our world and the spectral realm. Tesla even reported receiving strange transmissions during his experiments, further fueling his belief in the existence of such a communication channel. On the other hand, Edison's approach was rooted in his concept of life units. He hypothesized that every living being was made up of these tiny, indestructible particles that continued to exist in the universe even after death. Edison's ghost radio was intended to detect these life units and convert their signals into something audible, a voice from beyond, if you will. While both devices aimed for the same goal, to communicate with the afterlife, their approaches were fundamentally different. Tesla's device was based on the manipulation of energy frequencies, while Edison's was rooted in the detection and interpretation of life units. Despite their differences, both the ghost radios of Tesla and Edison represent audacious attempts to bridge the gap between the realms of science and the supernatural. Their daring endeavors remind us that the quest for knowledge often leads us down unexpected paths, and even in the face of failure there can be valuable lessons to be learned. As we journey from the past to the present, the quest to communicate with the afterlife continues. Today's ghost hunters are armed with an array of technological tools that would make even Tesla and Edison envious. The evolution of technology has not only changed our lives but also how we perceive and interact with the unseen world. Firstly, we have electronic voice phenomenon or EVP recorders. These sophisticated devices are used to capture disembodied voices, whispers from the other side that are too faint for the human ear to pick up. Paranormal investigators swear by these machines, often presenting eerie audio evidence of their encounters with the supernatural. Next, we have electromagnetic field or EMF detectors. These devices are used to sense changes in the environment that could signify the presence of an entity. It's believed that spirits can manipulate these fields, and any sudden spikes in readings could indicate paranormal activity. We have infrared cameras and thermal imaging. These tools allow investigators to see beyond the visible spectrum, potentially revealing entities that escape the naked eye. Cold spots, often associated with ghostly presences, can be visualized and tracked using this technology. While the technology has evolved, the quest remains the same: to pierce the veil between the living and the dead, and to seek answers to the unexplained. These modern tools have given a new dimension to paranormal investigations, pushing the boundaries of what we believe is possible, and challenging our understanding of the unknown. But as we delve deeper, we must remember that these are just tools, and the real exploration lies within our willingness to question, to learn, and to venture into the uncharted territories of the supernatural realm. Modern ghost hunting has evolved with the advent of technology, but this is just the beginning. As we push the boundaries of the known, we are constantly finding new ways to interact with the unknown. One such example is the use of motion sensors. Paranormal investigators use these to detect any unseen movement in the environment. A sudden trigger of these sensors in an otherwise empty room could suggest the presence of an entity. Another popular technology is ghost boxes, also known as spirit boxes. These intriguing devices scan multiple radio frequencies at a rapid pace, creating a white noise that spirits can manipulate to form words or sentences. It's a controversial tool, with some investigators claiming incredible results, while others question its reliability. However, one cannot deny the chilling thrill of a direct response from the other side. As technology continues to advance, so does the field of ghost hunting, opening up new possibilities in the exploration of the paranormal. We are not just observers but active participants in this quest, using these tools to extend our senses, to reach out, and to invite communication with the unseen. The technology is advancing, But it is our courage, curiosity, and open-mindedness that truly drive this exploration. As we stand on the edge of the known, we must remember, it is not about proving or disproving the existence of spirits, but about understanding the unknown, the unexplained, and perhaps the unending. So, let's keep pushing those boundaries, let's keep questioning, and let's keep exploring, because who knows what we might discover next.